Right now, a pandemic-era federal school food program soon coming to an end. What it means for local kids straight ahead.
This judge has abandoned his role as a neutral magistrate and is acting as an advocate.
Intense moments in a Dane County courtroom. Michael Gableman is held in contempt after lashing out at the judge. That and more coming up right now at 6. This month, there will once again be no such thing as a free lunch. Federal waivers that pay for those meals for all school children will come to an end. That means children must once again pay all, part, or submit paperwork proving they qualify for free lunches instead.
Naomi Coles visited one free lunch distribution site today to find out how they're responding to the change.
So I need 3, one for my big sister.
For several dozen children in Sun Prairie, a carton of milk and a bag of lunch is a big help this summer.
And we make sure that we have a well-rounded lunch. We've got vegetables, we've got a main meal, so a sandwich and milk, and they all go together in a bag, and the students can stay in the park and eat it, or they can take it home.
What makes Sun Prairie Community Schools and a host of their participating community partners special, their program started with federal waivers, and it's now going on this summer without them. That's thanks to the city of Sun Prairie sharing their federal COVID funds to keep it going, combined with donations.
They're out here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and without any questions asked, any child showing up here can get their lunch for free.
We knew that there would still be a need, and so we brought everybody to the table and talked about what we could do to solution an idea to keep kids fed, and this is what we came up with.
Early in the pandemic, the federal government created a waiver program making lunch free for all children. This month, that program ends, leaving a massive gap for groups like community schools to fill.
Unfortunately, this bill did not get a hearing.
Democratic State Representative Christina Shelton wrote the bill earlier this year that would have made the waivers permanent for Wisconsin. With the legislature now in recess, it's unlikely to get new traction this year.
Districts are scrambling to figure out how they can make it work.
Two big problems: supply chain issues and USDA requirements about what food was allowed. These waivers eliminated those requirements, and now they'll be returning.
So districts are struggling right now. School boards are looking at having to increase the cost of meals for those that pay for meals, and that is to cover, again, rising food costs, but also labor shortages as well.
In Sun Prairie for News 3 Now, I'm Naomi Coles.
You can join Naomi this Sunday on For the Record as she gets further into that bill, as well as digging into where the money for community schools program is coming from now.
And that is Sunday at 10:30, right after Face the Nation. Today, swimmers officially diving into their summer activities for the first time with the Goodman Pool open for the season. We spoke with facility operators who said they were excited to finally be open, especially after the pandemic limited them the past 2 summers. And let's check your certified most accurate forecast now with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
There have been a couple of spotty thunderstorms that have developed north and northeast of Madison. One of them has become severe. Let's take a look at high-resolution Doppler radar and hail track. Hail right now, or over the last 2 hours, hail developed from a storm in Washington County, moved into northwestern portions of Waukesha County, and you can see right now hail estimated to be almost 2 inches in diameter, and they did get a surface report of hail up to about golf ball size, and it looks like now there is a severe thunderstorm warning for the western portion of Jefferson County. I don't have a time on that because that literally just came out. We're also watching a cell just to the northwest of Arena, north of Highway 14, that could be producing some hail. But notice the spotty nature of the precipitation. Everything drifting toward the south and southeast. A lot of areas may not see any rain at all. But like I say, eastern portions of Jefferson County now under a severe thunderstorm warning. 77, the high temperature so far in Madison. We've cooled off to 69 as some clouds have moved in advance of those showers and thunderstorms. Most of those will end this evening. We could see some patchy fog overnight with a low of 57. Tomorrow's high 71, and showers and isolated thunderstorms will be back. I'll take a look at that severe weather threat over eastern Jefferson County in just a few minutes.
Mr. Gableman.
No more. I'm silent.
You have the right to refuse to answer questions. You have a right to be silent. I will not ask you again that I request I invoke those rights.
A contentious hearing today inside a Dane County courthouse. A judge finding former Supreme Court Justice Michael Gableman in contempt of court for now responding to open records requests. The ruling comes after Gableman berated the judge and refused to answer questions there on the stand. Gableman had not wanted to testify, but Dane County Circuit Judge Frank Remington ordered him to appear.
Mr. Gableman?
Yes, Judge Remington.
you have had a long and storied career serving the public, both as a... Let me finish, please.
Sure, if you'll let me finish.
Well, no.
Okay.
This is my courtroom.
Right.
You had a courtroom in Burnett County.
I did.
You had a courtroom in the East Wing of the state capitol. I do not need to tell you how I expect you to control yourself and the behavior that I expect of a witness on this stand.
Remington did not immediately announce a penalty in court today, saying he would provide that in a written decision. Gableman was hired a year ago by Assembly Speaker Robin Vos to investigate the 2020 election. So far, that investigation has cost taxpayers about $900,000.
New at 6, the chairman of the Wisconsin Parole Commission has resigned his position effective today. In his resignation letter, John Tate said he gave his effort to be fair, just, and understanding while making parole decisions. Earlier this year, Tate came under fire when he agreed to grant parole for Douglas Balcevich, who was convicted of killing his wife in 1997. Governor Tony Evers issuing a fresh round of pardons today, consisting mostly of low-level drug offenses. To date, he has issued 554 pardons during his first term in office. That is more than any other governor in state history. And this afternoon, the Wisconsin Elections Commission unanimously decided to reject a challenge seeking to keep Republican candidate for governor Tim MICHELS off August primary ballot. The challenge was filed on the basis that the MICHELS campaign had used 2 different addresses for the candidate on its nomination signature forms. Commissioners agreed it was not enough to deny someone ballot access.
More local news now. The man accused of shooting someone at Madison's temporary men's shelter about a year ago will spend the next 10 years in prison. Ronald Stevens was found guilty of 1 count of attempted first-degree intentional homicide. And Madison police say they were already outside the shelter on First Street. This was last March, responding to a medical call when they heard gunshots coming from inside the building. Managers there told police they heard an argument before the shots were fired. In Ukraine, there's a battle for a city in the eastern part of the country. Russian forces seem to have the edge at this point as they try to recapture the strategic Donbass region. It's also the country's industrial heartland of coal mines and factories. Also today, Britain's defense secretary met with Ukraine's president in Kyiv, who thanked Britain for its assistance.
Traditional Ukrainian food. That's what's on the menu at a Madison church tonight, with a popular local chef running the kitchen.
Chef Joel Olson is hosting a Glory to Ukraine fundraiser to support World Central Kitchen's efforts in Ukraine. Tahlil Mohdin joins us live at the event. Tahlil?
At the Midvale Community Church, the fundraiser is just getting started, with over 50 people signed up to give the Ukrainian food a try. Now, dinner has yet to be served, but Chef Olson says to make it all happen, it took a lot of help from volunteers and donations from generous community supporters. All funds from this dinner are going specifically to Chefs for Ukraine through World Central Kitchen, a nonprofit devoted to providing meals across the globe on the front lines of humanitarian and community crises. Now, the spots at this dinner are full, but you can still donate online. And tonight at 10, we'll hear from some familiar faces involved in this dinner tonight at 10.
Tahlil, thank you. And we have a quick update for you. One of the owls that escaped from the Oxnard Park Zoo in Baraboo after someone broke in earlier this week has been found. Jerry, the great horned owl, was found injured about 4 miles outside of Baraboo. The owl had 2 fractures in his wing, one of which is expected to heal quickly and one that may require therapy. This now means 3 of the 4 animals that escaped have now been caught and returned. Still ahead tonight, your full weekend forecast and an update on next week's Alert Day.
But first, vacation season is here. We'll be spending more in just about every aspect of it. That story next.
Impatience is a virtue. When you know what you want, waiting isn't an option.
New Balance Madison, we got now. I got nothing to eat.
Nothing.
Hold on, I can do something. Turning nothing into something.
Turning nothing into something. It's amazing what you can do with nothing and a little Hellman's.
Ready to style in just one step? Introducing new TRESemmé One-Step Stylers. 5 professional benefits, 1 simple step. Totally effortless. Styling has never been easier. TRESemmé. Do it with style.
Own the outdoors with Master Force Power Equipment. Hurry in and save 11% on all Master Force at Menards. Take on heavy-duty dirt and debris with Master Force electric pressure washers. Whether you're removing deep-seated stains or washing down your vehicle, Master Force electric pressure washers have the versatility, portability, and power you need to make short work of any job. Save 11% on all Master Force pressure washers now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
When my family opened the first Culver's in Sauk City, Wisconsin, you know what we did? We gave it our all, making sure everyone felt welcome, sharing our favorite foods from around the state, like Butterburgers and fresh frozen custard, greeting every guest with all our heart, crafting each meal with care. Believing a smile makes everything taste better. And it's a tradition we bring with us yet today, from our hometown to yours. Welcome to Delicious.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. This is expected to be the busiest summer travel season in years. More than 70% of Americans say they plan on taking at least one trip. But as prices soar for everything from gas to airfare, travelers are getting hit with some serious sticker shock.
Chris Van Cleve is near an amusement park in Arlington, Texas.
Tatiana White's high school graduation brought family from Georgia, Maryland, and Connecticut to Daytona Beach, Florida.
Did getting here cost you more than you thought it would?
Oh, yeah. But vacation inflation has them spending more for just about everything. Evelie's cruise came from Hartford.
What was your budget? Where do you think you'll end up?
I mean, I wanted to keep it anywhere between $2,000. I'll probably be close to $4,000 by the end of this.
Domestic airfare is costing flyers like Cruise 34% more than 2019. Airbnb prices are up 11% this year, and the average hotel room costs nearly $171 a night in May. That's $40 more than a year ago. Rental cars have soared a stunning 70% during the pandemic.
There are just so many expenses that people forget about when it comes to travel. But I do think the biggest pain point for people right now is those car rental prices.
Surging travel demand, coupled with increasing costs being passed on to customers, is stretching travel budgets. NerdWallet's research finds it also is costing more just to do things on vacation. Eating out costs 7.2% more than it did last year. Tickets for movies, theaters, and concerts up nearly 6%. For Leonida Rivera, the real budget killer? That all too familiar pain at the pump.
It's just hard. Like gas, $5, like crazy.
Nearly 43% of Americans say economic concerns are now prompting them to reduce travel or cut their vacation budget.
I was going to go to Antelope Canyon. I was going to do Yosemite, Yellowstone.
We found Sean Sherman topping off his RV with more than $200 of diesel. Work is driving him to New York this time, but the cost of fuel put the brakes on a family road trip.
I just said, look, we're putting it on the back burner for now, and it broke some hearts. But that's the reality.
So what can you do? Book early and be flexible on your travel dates and times when it comes to planning the trip. Think about renting the car first and then finding the hotel and airfare. And speaking of that rental car, it is almost always cheaper to go to a downtown location or somewhere away from the airport because airport locations tend to add fees. Chris Van Cleve, CBS News, Arlington, Texas.
Now, there's more ahead at 6 when we come back after taking the past couple years off. The Tony Awards return to CBS this weekend. We have a preview of what to expect.
Plus, a look at your full weekend forecast and if the weather will hold up. Gary Canolti joins us next.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
Fjords has been crafting beautifully designed functional furniture since 1941. Every aspect of Fjords furniture has been carefully engineered to create a higher level of relaxation. Right now at the Century House, purchase any Fjords furniture and receive up to 20% off. All models, all sizes, all colors. Experience the unmatched relaxation you can only achieve in Fjords furniture. Relaxation made beautiful. Visit the Century House at 3420 University Avenue in Madison or online at centuryhouseinc.com.
Hey everybody, who's coming to the big show? It's Fed Aid, Saturday, June 11th at Ho Chunk Gaming and Casino in Wisconsin Dells. An all-day outdoor event. Come out for classic cars, trucks, and motorcycles during the day and stay for the concert at night. Featuring country superstar Trace Atkins, Runaway Jew, the Mascot Theory, and Beth Killian. All benefiting heat and housing for heroes. Visit VetAidWI.com for details and to purchase tickets for Trace Atkins.
Before treating your chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more, you're not the only one with questions about Botox. Botox prevents headaches in adults with chronic migraine before they even start, with about 10 minutes of treatment once every 3 months. So ask your doctor if Botox is right for you, and if a sample is available.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't receive Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications, including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
In a survey, 92% of current users said they wish they talked to their doctor and started Botox sooner. Plus, right now, you may pay $0 for Botox. Learn how AbbVie could help you save on Botox.
Earn a 30-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $60 you spend. That's a 30-cent fuel saver. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Scan the QR code or check out HyVeeDeals.com for more deals.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
The 75th Annual Tony Awards will light up Radio City Music Hall on Sunday.
This marks the first full Broadway season since the pandemic, honoring some extraordinary work in unpredictable circumstances. Lee Sheps has more from some of the nominees.
At 9 months pregnant, actress Kenita R. Miller danced up a storm 8 shows a week in For Colored Girls Who Have Considered Suicide When the Rainbow Is Enough. She's up for a Tony Award Sunday for Best Featured Actress in a Play.
My favorite line is like the last one that I get to say is, I found God in myself and I loved her. I loved her fiercely. To be a part of something that's kind of instilling this mantra in me, I'm like, I just hope that she's absorbing it as well.
Her daughter, Nova Pearl, arrived just days after Miller went on maternity leave from the show, which earned 7 nominations, including Best Revival of a Play. Pulling off this year's season with 34 eligible shows, including MJ the Musical and the internationally popular Six, was a feat after COVID forced the cancellation of countless performances.
Hello, dearies.
Tony nominee and Mrs. Doubtfire star Rob McClure had his show shut down 3 times during the pandemic.
It's not just a celebration of my work or even the work of my show, but the resilience of this community.
While it's stars like Hugh Jackman and Billy Crystal who are nominated, understudies who helped keep Broadway running this season will also be honored.
They will be seen, and they will be heard, and they will be celebrated.
Tony Awards show host Ariana DeBose returns to her roots among the Broadway community after winning an Oscar as Anita in West Side Story.
I don't necessarily feel pressure, but I feel like a tremendous sense of responsibility.
Sunday's show will feature performances from The Music Man and other Tony-nominated musicals, all of it a chance to celebrate the best of Broadway and reach audiences far beyond the footlights. Lee Sheps, CBS News, New York.
The show will also pay tribute to the late legendary composer Stephen Sondheim.
And you can catch the festivities beginning of Sunday night, 6 p.m. on Paramount Plus, followed by the 75th Annual Tony Awards on CBS at 7 p.m. Let's go to Gary Canalti with a look at your weekend forecast.
Yeah, watching some severe weather right now over the far eastern parts of our viewing area and eastward toward Milwaukee. You can see a thunderstorm that developed over Washington County just south of Jackson has moved almost straight south and has produced hail larger than golf ball size just to the south south of Oconomowoc. Severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 6:45 for the far eastern portions of Jefferson County, mainly around Sullivan, very near the National Weather Service radar site. And that's unfortunate because as the storm tracks very close to the radar, it's kind of in the cone of silence where the radar beam can't get above the storm. So it's just kind of overshooting parts of the storm right now. But the worst part of the storm appears to be around Dousman, heading almost straight south. So that'll keep most of the hail threat just to the east of the Jefferson County line into the far western portions of Waukesha County. But again, that storm could produce hail up to golf ball size. Another strong thunderstorm that may be producing at least some small hail is around Arena. This has been drifting toward the south and southeast at about 15 miles per hour, probably putting down some heavy rain. But notice hail track just showing some small hail over parts of Sauk County as the storm developed and now is drifting straight south. But notice the gap in between these thunderstorms. I mean, these are very widely scattered. Most areas will miss out on rain altogether, but if you get caught underneath one of these heavier storms, you could get some hail and some heavy downpours, maybe a ½ inch to an inch of rain. So again, it's very spotty, but you can see on 3-hour future track, everything just kind of dying down as everything shifts to the south over the next couple of hours. Once the sun goes down, these storms will lose their strength. And you can see there's really not much upstream across northern Wisconsin, so we probably will stay dry for much of the night. 3 things you need to know in the forecast, though. The showers will be back along with some isolated thunderstorms tomorrow. High temperatures will be in the lower 70s. Sunday will be mainly dry, maybe a shower chance early in the day, and there'll be clouds for much of the day before we get some sunshine later in the afternoon. But heat builds for Tuesday, Wednesday of next week, and actually we should be pretty warm for much of next week. We have an alert day in the forecast for Tuesday for near record heat, looking for a high temperature of 93. The record high is 95. You add in the humidity, and the heat index will be somewhere between about 96 and 101 degrees. Right now, temperatures 70s, some 60s where the cloud cover is a little thicker like in Madison, but the heat is definitely building to our south and west. The dew point temperature is also starting to get pretty high over western Missouri and the eastern portion of Kansas. For the time being, everything will stay to the south and west of us because the jet stream is in between. So that keeps the worst of the heat, the worst of the humidity away from us and not heading it in our direction very quickly. But eventually, as that front starts lifting northward later on, we'll start to see our heat and humidity increase into the early part of next week. So for tomorrow, showers, perhaps a couple of isolated thunderstorms, high temperature at 71. On future track, again, the thunderstorm threat ending pretty quickly over the next couple of hours. Dry for much of the night, even though it'll be cloudy. And then you can see some showers and isolated thunderstorms coming through tomorrow into tomorrow night. And then on Sunday, the best chances of rain will be early in the day. And later in the afternoon, we'll probably start clearing with highs in the mid-70s. Rainfall amounts, spotty. Some areas ½ inch to an inch. Other areas less than 1/10 of an inch. But the heat definitely on the way. The alert day for Tuesday, but warm weather extends for much of next week. Even by Father's Day, it should be dry with highs in the mid-80s.
Day 1, round 1 of the American Family Championship. Coming up in sports, we're going to get you all caught up on Steve Stricker and the 2-time defending champion, Jerry Kelly.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
These guys will buy our house without even seeing it.
Online buyers make offers that seem attractive at first, only to lower or cancel at the last minute. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
I got nothing to eat.
Nothing.
Hold on, I can do something.
Turning nothing into something. Turning nothing into something.
It's amazing what you can do with nothing and a little Hellman's.
Trust your feet to Morgan's shoes.
Birkenstock, a trusted name you've come to know, is back in stock. Birkenstock is footwear built for adventure, all-day play, and even an effortless wedge. A new heel with the same great feel. With nearly 250 years in the fine art of shoemaking, choosing Birkenstock means choosing the best in quality, comfort, and craftsmanship.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to Morgan Shoes.
Morgan Shoes, Hilldale.
When President Trump called for a southern border wall, I didn't just agree. I built him a prototype.
Tim Michels, endorsed by President Trump.
Now, instead of building the wall, Joe Biden's rolling out the red carpet for illegal immigrants. Totally, completely, utterly incompetent.
Conservative Tim Michels, endorsed by President Trump.
For illegals, no driver's license, no benefits, no tuition. There's nothing racist about enforcing our laws. And when I'm governor, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
We know a thing or two about beef. Hy-Vee knows beef too.
Only 6 out of 100 cattle are even good enough to bear the Hy-Vee brand. Only 6 out of 100. Quality like that is hard to find. So enjoy your Hy-Vee steak this weekend. You've earned it.
Some ideas seem good, but aren't.
Maybe these guys will buy our house.
What could go wrong?
Like rookie home buyers who can lower or cancel offers without notice. We Buy Ugly Houses won't reduce or cancel our firm cash offers before closing. Call or click to sell quick.
A Wisconsin idea that's making a huge difference in other countries.
This is a lifeline to this population.
Charlotte DeLeste spotlights the Wisconsin Medical Project and makes her own very special contribution to the cause. Sunday at 10.
For Steve Stricker and Jerry Kelly, there's nothing better than the AmFan Championship. And playing in their home state and on a course they know like the back of their hand comes with a lot of pressure. Things were going pretty well for Stricker in the first round until hole 17. He was 3 under when he started the hole, finished 1 under with a double bogey. And that's where he'd stay. Stricker sits tied for 28th, 6 shots off the lead. And Jerry Kelly was even through 13 and then got into the red, birdieing 14 and 17 and dropping in an eagle on 16. The 2-time defending champ is 4 under, 3 shots back, and looking forward to carrying his momentum into tomorrow's round.
I'm looking forward to, the putting session, the range session tomorrow morning, and lock in some of the things that I started feeling again that felt fantastic. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to enjoy cooking and cracking open something. But yeah, tomorrow will be fun.
State softball continues with semifinal matches in Division II. Jefferson taking on Wisconsin at Lutheran. A pitcher's duel keeps it quiet until the 5th. Eagles get a couple runners on, and a pass ball to Aiden Messman brings in run number 1. Jefferson, they are quick to add to their lead. Braylee Mengel rips one up the middle to score 2 more, and that's all the Eagles need. They win at 3-0 and will play for the championship tomorrow at 4. And down in Division III, Poynette and Watoma meet for a chance to advance. It didn't take long for the Pumas to settle in. Second inning, Emma Gavinsky lays down a bunt, but an overthrow at first base allows the runner to come all the way home. And that was just the beginning for Poynette's offense. 5 runs in that frame alone. And from there on out, Poynette scored every chance they got. Pumas win 10-0 in 5 innings and will try to win it all tomorrow at 1. And leading the day off in Division V, Barneveld and Edgar. Dominance in the circle keeps it scoreless until the 4th, where the Eagles get things started. 2 on. Zoe Schmitz lines one to center, plates the first run. Now, a couple batters later, bases loaded, and Isabella Sullivan rips one up the middle and clears the bases. A 5-run inning coupled with Dalen Rhodes' 12 strikeouts equals a win for Barneveld. They'll compete for the title tomorrow at 8 a.m.
Got some contenders there.
Yeah.
Good group.
Yes.
Something to watch tomorrow. Gary, how we doing?
Yeah, continuing to watch a severe thunderstorm just outside of our viewing area, just on the western portion of Waukesha County, but a severe thunderstorm warning continues until 6:45 for far eastern Jefferson County, right around Sullivan. I wouldn't be surprised if that warning is allowed to or is canceled early, because the severe weather threat really appears to be more over the western portion of Waukesha County. But also, you can see a strong thunderstorm around Arena that could be producing some hail drifting toward the south. Everybody else probably missed out on most of the rain.
Gary, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Enjoy your evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.